Infinite Warfare keeps on getting compared as like a mixture of stuff, which I thought it was a mixture of Call of Duties before, but it's not. It's its own thing and it's bad.
It's very bad.
I don't know. I definitely need to just stick to Modern Warfare Remastered. I'd hate to spend 80, I mean, well, $64 just to play that game again, but I mean, still, it's just like, damn. But they have supply drops now in Modern Warfare Remastered.
No, do they?
Uh
I
huh.
wasn't fucking shy.
For skins and stuff like that. I was like, oh my gosh. And then they finally gave some new maps because they didn't have all the maps. So
I think Call of Duty just needs to give up.
there's rumors that the next one will be Vietnam set, which I don't know actually be a good one.
Hopefully, if they could just bring back the old fucking
Yeah,
COD.
yeah. It's like the only futuristic one I can think that was like a really good game would be like Black Ops 2.
Yeah, it wasn't too futuristic.
No, I mean you didn't fucking wall run in a jetpack everywhere. The score streaks and shit, they were super futuristic, but that's it. The guns all shot bullets made out of lead.
I'd love to go back to Modern Warfare 3, where they had the super soldier thing.
Oh yeah, the specialist, where you could
Mm-hmm.
just unlock eventually every perk.
Yeah.
What was the first perk you went with to unlock?
Probably sleight of hand.
I
I had it
always
down. Like I'd go sleight of hand, and then I'd do something, and then I'd have scavenger, and then after that it was just random.
Scavenger was always my third. I always started out with some other blue perk that would help me, but wasn't really super necessary. Just to have it to protect me from certain things. My first one
I
was
might have
sleight of
flak
hand.
jacket.
I think I had something like that. Yeah. Well, no, it was
I
a
always
red.
had sleight of hand,
It was
because as soon
perk
as I'd get my
two.
first kill, I'd want to reload.
It was perk two on Modern Warfare 3, so it was a red perk. So no, it wasn't perk one. I didn't have blast shield for perk one. Maybe I did go with sleight of hand first just to have it already. No, I think I went with a one that made me invisible from something, and then my second perk, the red perk, was hardline. So boom, one kill. I have my first thing, which was sleight of hand. And my third one, I think I always had something else that helped. But yeah, it was like I had sleight of hand, then I had like Assassin Pro or something next, so I became invisible to literally everything. And then my third one was like my third one was Scavenger. So it was like a blue, red, and then blue perk, and then I of course unlock everything. But I ran support more than anything in Modern Warfare 3 because
Oh yeah, I ran there quite a bit.
my
Just 'cause I
teammates were
could get it
usually
over
shit.
and over.
And I also play with two ball a lot and would help them get Moabs with that, just by constantly calling in UAVs, counter UAVs, and advanced UAVs. I just call stuff in all the time. Like, yeah, I'm just gonna call stuff in over and over. I can go in and be bait since dying has no consequence. With the support streaks.
Shit, what do I do with the controller?
And that's what I ran on Ghost too. I ran support a lot.
I never played it. I didn't. Well, actually, I did play Ghost. That was like the first game I bought for PlayStation 4.
Yep.
I hated it.
The first game I had on PlayStation 4 was the Killzone game that came out the day PS4 came out.
I can't remember if mine was Ghost or if mine was.
Battlefield 4 was the second one I got.
I feel like Assassin's Creed might have been one.
Oh, Black Flag,
Black
yeah.
Flag.
Yeah, I know too. I played the crap out of that game on PS4.
I liked it.
I got it on PS3 way before, so I played it on that. Yeah, and I got Ghost for Christmas on my PS4. I've been playing it on my PS3. Looking back at it, it's definitely not the worst one. Because there's no futuristic
Naruto
weapons.
Shippuden is on Crunchyroll.
Yep, sure is. All
I don't
episodes.
know if it's anime. I don't know if it's subtitled.
It's Naruto might be one of the ones that does have dub. Not a lot of them have dub on Crunchyroll, but
How do I know?
um, you'll have to Google it because there's nowhere like on the site that you can find it, but it is on the website.
Oh
But you just have
fuck!
to Google it to
I do
find it.
not like this shit. This is confusing.
Oh, is the
It doesn't have
PlayStation
like
app weird?
seasons. It's just like you start episode 1 and like I'm still scrolling.
Yeah, it's just a list of episodes. On the thing it is anyways. On the website, their website's really nice. I like their website.
Fuck, how many episodes are there of this? Okay, I'm up to episode 486. 486.
Yeah, 486 is a new one that I need to watch, which I'll probably do after I get off. I couldn't watch it today because, it came out today, so. It's probably already tomorrow for the people who run Crunchyroll, so I should be able to watch it now. But the sub's actually not bad for Naruto. In all honesty. I have
The
a...
graphics pretty good.
Huh?
What the fuck? I'm just kind of scrolling through episodes. Episode 15, Dragon Ball Super. Hercule goes Super Saiyan.
Oh.
Please tell me that's not real.
No, no. The Japanese have weird titles for their episodes. No, that's where these random aliens show up, trying to combat the hero, of the most powerful person on Earth, which, this alien race thinks is Mr. Satan. Luckily for him, Goku shows up.
So, Dub 1 is Battle of the Gods movie, in the second, or not Dub,
Arc.
yeah, and then Arc 2 is Battle of Frieza, the Resurrection F.
Yeah.
So, do I need to watch Resurrection F, or am I going to get everything I need to know from the series, or?
I would watch both, honestly.
Are they different?
They are different. Not hugely, but they're enough that you should probably watch both.
It's weird that they even made movies. I don't understand the point if they had it in a show.
Yeah, we have Hero of the Sagas. We have Battle of God Saga, Resurrection F Saga, Universe 6 Saga, which is the tournament, and then Future Trunks Saga. And man, the timeline stuff gets really messed up in that one. That's really crazy. Because we thought there were 2 timelines.
There more?
Well, because of the things that happen in Super, there's more. Because, they kill the guy who's causing all the problems in the future. And Beerus is like, well, I'm a god, and since I killed the guy who was causing all the problems, when Future Trunks goes back to his own time, nothing's changed. So they come back and they let Beerus know that. He's not very happy about that. But he can't just travel in time.
So does Beerus become one of the mainest characters?
He has been becoming more relevant. He's in every single arc. This
Crunchyroll doesn't even have Dragon Ball Z. It just has Dragon Ball Super.
I think that's right. I don't know if they have Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah, I just searched it.
I know they have Fairy Tail on there, which I love Fairy Tail.
They have Yu-Gi-Oh. What's Fairy Tail about?
Wizards, but it's not the kind of magic you're thinking. It's a lot of fighting, full on fist and powerful, launching people into the fucking walls and shit. There's 2 main characters in this one, and that anime. It's 2 protagonists instead of just following one, and then there's an ensemble of characters. Like for Naruto, it's like obviously main character is Naruto, and then there's all these other important characters, and then there's some other characters who aren't as important, but they still have stories about them and stuff. Like Naruto's the main one, and then the second most main character is Sasuke, because he's his rival. And then
you can even read manga on this website.
Yep. For Dragon Ball Z, it was always like the protagonist was Goku, and then a little bit of Gohan. But for Dragon Ball Super, the two main protagonists are Goku and Vegeta, so that's cool. That Vegeta's like way more relevant in this one. Like he's actually been beating some major villains. Like whenever he reveals that he can go Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan, that's a pretty cool moment. Because we watch Goku do it, and it's like, well, yeah, of course he found a new form after Super Saiyan God, after training with Whis, who won it. But then when Vegeta does it, it's like, wait, he never went through the Super Saiyan God transformation, so that's pretty awesome. He basically skipped 2 transformations and got that. Because he never goes Super Saiyan 3, and then he never went Super Saiyan God. He just skipped right to Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan.
I just hopped in a random episode of Naruto to see if it was dubbed or whatever, and I fucking got in the episode where, god damn, I can't think of his name all of a sudden. Guy Sensei's carrying a passed out Kakashi after using his Mangekyo for the first time.
Yeah.
And like he's making fun of Lee for losing.
Yeah. Do you like Neji?
Yeah, he's alright. I don't have a problem with him.
He has some awesome moments in Shippuden.
I just want to meet Naruto's dad.
Minato's pretty great. You'll love Killer Bee too. Killer Bee.
He's got the 8 tails inside of him, doesn't he?
Yeah, he's the 8 tails, but he's a rapper.
Is he now?
Yeah, he is a black guy, but his raps, oh man. Let's just say the 8 tails isn't very happy about his rapping either. He's just like, oh god. He calls him B. He's like, all right, stop.
He's like an octopus, isn't he?
Yes, he's a bull octopus. Like his head's a bull, and then the rest of him's octopus. Well, his arms are like a bull too. It's like his upper body is bull, and then the rest are tentacles. So that's his tails are tentacles, and also his feet. It's crazy because Naruto, he only has half of the 9 tails inside of him.
Mm-hmm.
Yet half of the 9 tails is still stronger than all of the other tail beasts.
It is ridiculous.
Yeah, like when people are like, because all the other tail beasts, they always say, they're like, oh no, we're all pretty much equal in power. And Kurama's always like, no, I'm the strongest, and he's not kidding when he says that. Because half of him is still stronger than the 8 tails. It's like, yeah, he ain't messing around. He's also the angriest one out of all of them.
One Piece is. I don't think I would like One Piece.
I
used to watch it a long time ago, but I think I got out of it.
I just wanna. There's always these like funny gifs that I find of Luffy, and then I'm like, I kind of want to watch it, but maybe it's only good for people making gifs. Maybe that's all it's good for. Because there's just one where it says "Not today, Satan," where they're in a graveyard and this zombie starts to crawl out of its grave, and he just kind of nonchalantly walks over to it and just pushes it back into the ground and covers it back up.
I remember, from what I remember when I was a kid, it's about this kid who finds this random pirate, and he steals the pirate's fruit and he eats it.
Yes.
And that gives him a superpower where he can like stretch and bend like rubber, but if he goes in water, he dies.
That's true for all the devil fruits.
But he wants to be a pirate, which makes no fucking
Well,
sense.
that's actually true for anyone who eats a devil fruit. If you eat a devil fruit, then you lose your ability to swim. Swimming will not turn out good. You can't swim. But then again, Shanks, the guy that he steals it from, and he goes and saves Luffy, that guy, apparently a total badass. Because he goes out and he gets him and loses an arm, but is still really powerful. Because there's a picture I always see. It's like, you see this guy here? This guy is Shanks. This is motherfucking Shanks, alright? This guy has one fucking arm and one regular sword. And there was a huge war going on. You know what this motherfucker did? He walked right into the middle of that war and said, this shit is done. And you know what happened? That war ended. And I'm like, alright. Apparently he's a badass.
Is Piccolo pretty predominant in Super?
At times, yeah. Like he is during the Universe 6 saga, and of course you see him in all the other sagas too. Like he teaches Future Trunks oh well, no, he doesn't teach Future Trunks. He teaches everybody except Future Trunks because they're in the future. Goku, Vegeta, and Future Trunks. He teaches the rest of them the Mafuba, the evil containment wave.
What the fuck is that?
It's the wave that first took care of King Piccolo way back in the day when Master Roshi was young. It's what their master used. Their master used the evil containment wave to seal King Piccolo away on this like urn because he's too powerful.
Piccolo's dad.
Basically, he is Piccolo, but yes,
and
it
who
is.
The fuck is Kami?
Okay, there used to be a Namekian way back in the day when the original Namek was getting ready to blow up. He was sent away by himself. Well, they were all in their pods flying to the new Namek where Goku and Frieza fight. New Namek. They go there, but one of the ships has something wrong with its navigation, so it goes way away and it lands on Earth, and that.
This is explained in Dragon Ball, isn't it?
Yes, yeah. It's a Namek who, because he's young, he doesn't know his name or anything like that. He's just a nameless Namekian. And he goes to challenge the Guardian of the Earth to be the new Guardian of the Earth. Well, he doesn't go to challenge, he just asks if he can be the next one. And the Guardian's basically like, well, no, you kind of have too much anger and hatred in your heart. So what he does is he meditates for a really long time until he finally figures out how to split himself into two different people, and that's where Kami and King Piccolo come in.
So King Piccolo is the evil part of Kami.
Yeah.
And then Piccolo is King Piccolo's
son, which is basically just a reproduction of him. It's basically just a clone of him, because that's how Namekians, reproduce. They basically just spit an egg out of their mouth, which is basically them again, but not completely them. But that's why Piccolo and Kami are able to fuse.
Yeah, that's what I was kind of curious.
But this Namekian back in the day,
finish Dragon Ball.
This Namekian back in the day, he was stronger than Frieza way back then.
She killed Frieza.
And that's why, well, Frieza wasn't born yet way back then. Because they were King Piccolo and Kami, they were both pretty dang old. They were like 800 years old or something. So, but yeah, when Piccolo and Kami fuse, they're stronger than Frieza even. Like Piccolo's the strongest character in Dragon Ball Z after they fuse for a little bit. Yeah, but then they find a hyperbolic time chamber and they start training in that, and that doesn't happen. And then he's not the strongest anymore.
I hate that you bite. You're just annoying. Dumb little dog.
It's pretty cool, but no, Piccolo's definitely the smart one out of the group. That's another reason.
The same fight happened in Super that it does in Battle of the Gods when I'm assuming Beerus hits Bulma.
Yep, same thing, but it's a little bit different.
On a boat.
Mm-hmm. And it's a little bit different with like Beerus is there hanging out longer, chilling out a lot longer than in the movie. In the movie, he's probably there for like an hour, and then shit goes down. Here, he's probably there for like 4 or 5, and then shit goes down. Because Vegeta's just trying really hard to make him happy, so he doesn't kill everybody. Which also in Resurrection F, that's whenever Frieza, whenever he comes back, they talk to him about how Goku fought and survived against Lord Beerus. And Frieza's like, I'm going to have to train then, because his dad, King Cold, only told him to stay away from 2 things in the entire universe. Told him to stay away from Majin Buu and from Beerus the Destroyer. He's like, stay away from those 2, because you won't beat them.
So are the Kais as strong as Beerus?
No.
But they're gods.
They're the gods of creation. Like, they create things. Like, they're the reason all these other alien races and, humans and all this stuff exist. Really, they only exist to keep balance between destruction and life. They can basically be like, hey, Beerus, like, calm down, man. You've destroyed enough planets, alright? Go back to sleep. Because he'll sleep for a long time. But now that all this stuff's going on, he hasn't been sleeping much.
Still bothers me. He's a cat.
Yeah, he's based off of the main character, after the creator. He had a hairless cat that looked like him. It wasn't purple, but it was a hairless cat. So,
fucking weird.
He was originally going to be a lizard, but I like the cat idea better. Lizard would have been dumb. But no, Beerus is a pretty cool character, especially in the he's more prominent in the tournament, in the Universe 6, the tournament saga, and then in the Future Trunks saga, the way he kills the bad guy that's causing all the trouble, that's really cool. Because he's never shown his full power, that's for sure. So we don't even know the scale out of 1 to 10, how strong he really is, being a 10. It's insane, though.
Wonder how long they're gonna do Super for.
They said there will be at least 100 episodes. So I'm wondering that myself.
100, is it 179 or 279 episodes of Dragon Ball Z?
Dragon Ball Z? I thought it was in the 200s.
I think it's 279.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Yeah, 279. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, but you know how it ended with, like, Goku leaving to train Oob? Yeah, well, none of that. There's no Oob or anything like that. Like, Dragon Ball Super starts right after Goku kills Kid Buu. Like, boom. Starts right after that.
And then Goku's a farmer.
Yep. He's got to make money. Oh well, he gets off track and trains like you saw.
Al Remington. God damn, I'm gonna fucking rip your teeth out.
Trying to see, it's like No, I luckily only have a few episodes of Fairy Tail left, and I'll finally finish this arc. It's really good. Good old Natsu, he's one of the main characters. He's something called a Dragon Slayer.
Ooh.
And he was raised by a dragon, but the weird thing is that, like, people kind of don't believe him because dragons have been gone for like 400 years, but he really was raised by a dragon. Just turns out he was maybe sent to the future by 400 years. Yeah, and then Lucy is the other main character. Girl. Which, she's a celestial spirit like wizard, which means she uses these keys to call these spirits from the celestial world that come help her and fight for her, stuff like that. So basically she's worthless. She's kind of just there to, call other people there to help her. And then they try to make her relevant by saying, oh, only a celestial wizard's magic can break this gate that's letting all these evil whatever the fucks through.
So they can act like they need her.
So they, yeah, basically. And it's also very good about, like, 4v1, 4 heroes versus a bad guy. All the heroes lose. The heroes and the heroes and the villain say some choice words about each other and stuff like that. Then Natsu gets pissed off because they made one of the other, they made one of his friends cry, and then Natsu 1v1s the guy and beats him. It's just like, God, what the fuck? No, there's actually some good story stuff going on with Natsu that I'm like, oh yeah. If it involves...
Did also wind up leaving the group chat?
Yeah, he did.
Bitch.
I gotta go to Springfield on Sunday, so I'm gonna be playing my 3DS on the way there, that's for sure.
Heart doctor?
No, I'm just gonna go see my great-grandma.
What are we doing tomorrow?
The one anime you should definitely watch is One Punch Man. The first episode's kind of but the rest are awesome.
Seen a little bit of it.
Yeah,
you doing anything tomorrow?
No, I'm not.
Okay, I'm sure we'll play tomorrow.
Yeah, sounds good to me.
I'll say, because I don't have anything to do, and Sarah's gonna be gone all day.
Cool. Yeah, no, I think you watched part of the first episode at my place when you were over here, you and Justin. But no, like the last 3 episodes are, oh man, they're so good. And I'm glad it's getting a second season in January.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. Yeah, there's a dub of it now, the first season. It has a lot of comedy in it, but it's also like there's a lot of cool action, especially the last 3 episodes, and especially the last episode where Saitama fights the big, mean bad guy. And this bad guy's like cell level power.
Jeez.
Perfect cell level. Good old One Punch Man. That's a good one. And whenever he explains to one of the bad guys that they're fighting, and his sidekick named Genos, who's a cyborg, because Genos wants to know how he got so powerful, the bad guy asks the same thing, and he's like, fine, since everyone wants to know, I'll tell you guys how. And he's like yelling it like super seriously. It's one of the dumbest things ever. He's like, I did 100 push-ups, 100 sit-ups, 100 squats, and ran 10 kilometers every single day for 3 years. And it's like, and they don't believe him. And he's like,
Gets pissed.
Yeah, because they're like, the bad guy's like, there's no way. It's like, really anybody could do that if they put their mind to it, but they would not become as powerful as you are. It's like, well, you better believe it, because, boy howdy. He's never shown his full strength in the show yet, in the first season. I guess he got nowhere close, according to the creator of the show. It started as a web, comic. It still is a web comic. It's not even a manga, really. It's a web manga.
I still need to watch Attack on Titan.
Oh man, that's a good one. Definitely watch the dub. Good old Eren Yeager. That guy. He's considered the angriest anime character of all time. He mad. And Vegeta's considered number 2. Second angriest of all time. And that's pretty true. He's an angry guy.
I love how Vegeta's pissed off the entire vacation. And he gets super pissed off and leaves the vacation. They're like, oh my god, I had so much fun with him. That's the happiest they've ever seen.
Yeah. Yeah. That was a good episode. I like that one.
Get the fuck away from me.
Oh boy.
I don't know. I'm gonna go to bed.
Alrighty.
See you tomorrow.
Yep, see you, man.